Research Reviewer, a comprehensive guide. This guide provides a detailed overview of key concepts in research, organized for easy review and understanding. Research Methods and Types. Experimental research, a powerful tool for establishing cause and effect relationships by using experimental and control groups with specific treatments. A true experiment is defined by the random assignment of participants to groups. Non-experimental studies. These studies involve observing and describing participants as they naturally exist, without giving any treatments. Examples include surveys and polls. Empirical research, an approach based on direct observations. Researchers meticulously plan the why, whom, how, and when of their observations to avoid misleading results. Causal comparative studies, ex post facto, a non-experimental method where researchers observe a current condition and look to the past to find possible causes. Qualitative research, characterized by an inductive approach, where researchers use words and informed judgment to find themes and trends. It's best used when little is known about a topic. Quantitative research relies on numbers and statistical analysis. It's often chosen when time and money are limited and the goal is to get a quick answer that can be generalized. Correlational research examines the degree of relationship between two or more quantitative variables. Longitudinal research tracks the same individuals or subjects over a long period. Historical research examines information to understand the past. Variables, hypotheses and replication. Variable, a trait or characteristic with two or more categories that are both mutually exclusive. A person can only belong to one, and exhaustive. The categories cover all possibilities. Independent variable, the stimulus or input that is physically manipulated by the researcher. It causes a change. Dependent variable, the response or output that is measured. Operational definition, defines a variable in terms of precise, concrete, or physical steps. This is crucial for allowing a study to be replicated. Conceptual definition, the dictionary-like definition of a variable. Hypothesis, directional, predicts a specific outcome, such as one group being higher or having more of a certain trait. Non-directional, states that a difference exists without specifying the direction. A research question is a synonym for this. Null hypothesis, a statistical hypothesis used to show that no variation or true difference exists between variables. Sampling, simple random sample, a method of giving every member of a population an equal chance of being included. Systematic sampling, considered the equivalent of a simple random sample, where every nth individual is selected. Stratified random sample, a method where a population is first divided into subgroups, strata, and then participants are drawn from each. Cluster sampling, a method where researchers select groups or clusters of participants instead of individuals. Snowball sampling, a technique for finding hard-to-reach participants, such as those in a secret society. Census, a study that includes every single member of a population. Bias, an error that can't be fixed simply by increasing sample size. A sample from a group of volunteers, for example, is a form of bias. Sampling error, an error that results from random sampling. Its magnitude is described by its precision. You can reduce it by increasing the sample size or by using inferential statistics. Pilot study, a small-scale study, usually with 10 to 100 participants, designed to test new procedures and instruments. Validity and reliability. Validity, the extent to which an instrument measures what it's designed to measure. It's a matter of degree and can be expressed with a correlation coefficient. Face validity, when an instrument looks like it measures what it's supposed to. It's a public relations concern. Content validity, based on a judgment of the appropriateness of the instrument's content. Predictive validity, a measure of how well a test can predict future outcomes. Concurrent validity, a validity coefficient obtained when the test and criterion data are collected at the same time. Reliability, the consistency of a test. A test can be reliable but not valid if it produces the same results repeatedly but covers the wrong material. Internal validity, the degree to which a treatment, and not another factor, can account for the observed change. The best way to combat threats to internal validity is to use a true experimental design. Ethics. The primary ethical concern in research is to protect participants from both physical and psychological harm. Informed consent is the process of telling participants the purpose of the study, potential risks, and their right to withdraw at any time. Debriefing involves reviewing the study's purpose and procedures with participants after the research is complete. Literature reviews in APA. A literature review is a critical assessment of the research on a topic. You are expected to begin by providing conceptual definitions of your key variables. Boolean operators, and, or, not, are used to make electronic searches more precise. The best way to start an electronic search is by examining the database's thesaurus. APA stands for the American Psychological Association. The author date referencing system is a modified version of the Harvard method. According to APA guidelines, reference lists should be organized alphabetically by the author's last name and only include sources that were cited in the body of the report.